If you go to sleep tonight in this position, you could be 34% more likely to have a stroke before morning. That is not clickbait. That is what cardiologists are seeing in sleep labs right now. Most people think heart attacks happen during stress or exercise, but the most dangerous hours for your brain are between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., and the way you lie down is a hidden trigger. There is one sleeping position that crushes blood flow to your brain, spikes your blood pressure while you sleep, and makes clots more likely to form. Millions of adults over 50 do it every single night without knowing. In the next 10 minutes, I will tell you exactly what that position is, why it raises stroke risk, who is most at risk, and the 2 simple changes that can protect your brain starting tonight. If you care about waking up tomorrow, do not skip this. Welcome back to the channel. Here we give you real, research-backed ways to protect your heart, brain, and independence after 50. No gimmicks, no fear without facts, just information you can use tonight. Today we are talking about sleep and stroke, because most people have no idea how connected they are. Your body does critical repair work while you sleep, but certain sleep positions make that repair work dangerous. Stroke risk does not take a break at night. In fact, about 14% of all ischemic strokes happen within the first hour of waking up. Cardiologists call this the morning surge, and your sleep position is one of the biggest factors that controls it. I am not a doctor, and this video is for education only. Always talk to your cardiologist or primary care provider about your personal risk. But every fact in this video comes from studies in the Journal of the American Heart Association, the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, and Stroke Neurology journals. By the end of this video, you will know the #1 sleeping position linked to higher stroke risk, the 3 reasons it is dangerous for your brain, the 4 warning signs you might already have a problem, and the safest sleep positions cardiologists recommend instead. Let's get into it. The #1 sleeping position cardiologists warn about for stroke risk is stomach sleeping with your head turned to one side. Here is why it is dangerous, and it comes down to blood flow. First, neck rotation. When you sleep on your stomach, you have to turn your head 90 degrees to breathe. That sharp turn compresses one or both of your vertebral arteries. These arteries run through your neck bones and supply 20% of the blood to the back of your brain. Compress them for 6 to 8 hours, and blood flow to your brainstem drops. The brainstem controls breathing and blood pressure. Low blood flow there triggers your body to spike blood pressure to force blood through. That is the morning surge that leads to strokes at 5 a.m. Second, sleep apnea. Stomach sleeping makes undiagnosed sleep apnea worse for many people. Your tongue and soft palate fall back, blocking your airway. Each time you stop breathing, oxygen drops. Your body releases stress hormones and adrenaline to wake you up. That jolts your heart rate and blood pressure. A 2023 study in Stroke Journal found that adults with moderate sleep apnea had a 2.5 times higher risk of having a stroke overnight. Stomach sleeping increases apnea events in back sleepers by up to 60%. Third, blood pooling and clots. When your face is down and your chest is compressed, blood return from your head and neck slows. That increases pressure in the veins of your brain. Over time, this raises your risk of a venous stroke. Plus, if you have atrial fibrillation or thick blood, that sluggish flow makes clots more likely to form and travel. Who is most at risk? If you are over 50, have high blood pressure, have atrial fibrillation, are overweight, snore, or wake up with headaches, stomach sleeping is especially risky for you. If you take blood thinners, the risk of a bleeding stroke from blood pressure spikes also goes up. So what are the warning signs you should not ignore? 1. You wake up with a pounding headache that fades after you stand up. That is a pressure headache from poor nighttime blood flow. 2. You wake up dizzy or with blurred vision for a few minutes. 3. Your partner says you gasp, choke, or stop breathing at night. 4. Your blood pressure is always highest first thing in the morning. If you have these, talk to your doctor about a sleep study. Now the good news. 2 positions are considered brain-safe by cardiologists. Position 1, sleeping on your back with a pillow under your knees and your head slightly elevated 10 to 30 degrees. This keeps your neck neutral, your airway open, and reduces blood pressure spikes. If you snore or have apnea, add a wedge pillow. Position 2, sleeping on your left side with a pillow between your knees. Left side sleeping takes pressure off your heart, improves circulation, and keeps your airway open. It is the #1 position recommended after stroke and for people with heart failure. Avoid right side if you have acid reflux, because it can make it worse. 2 simple fixes if you are a stomach sleeper. Fix 1. The tennis ball trick. Sew a tennis ball into the front of a tight t-shirt and wear it to bed. When you roll onto your stomach, the pressure wakes you up and trains you to stay on your side or back. Fix 2. Body pillow. Hug a long body pillow. It stops you from rolling all the way over and keeps your neck straight. Most people adjust in 2 to 3 weeks. Other nighttime tips to lower stroke risk. 1. Check your blood pressure before bed. If it is above 130/80, talk to your doctor about evening medication timing. 2. No big salty meals 3 hours before sleep. Salt drives overnight blood pressure. 3. Treat snoring. Loud snoring is not normal after 50. It is a red flag for apnea. 4. Stay hydrated, but stop drinking 2 hours before bed to avoid overnight bathroom trips that fragment sleep. Let's recap. Stomach sleeping with your head turned cuts blood flow to your brain, worsens apnea, and spikes morning blood pressure. That is why cardiologists link it to higher overnight stroke risk. Switch to sleeping on your back with head elevated, or on your left side with a pillow between your knees. Use the tennis ball or body pillow trick to retrain yourself. If this video could help you or someone you love, do 2 things right now. First, hit the like button so YouTube shows this to more people over 50 who need to see it. Second, subscribe and turn on notifications. We post every Tuesday and Friday about heart, brain, and sleep tips that add years to your life. Comment below. What position do you sleep in now, and which tip will you try tonight? I read every comment. Share this video with your spouse or your parents tonight. Changing a pillow is easier than recovering from a stroke. See you in the next video, and sleep safe.